Welcome to another edition of Designing Spaces, the show that's all about you and your space, your home and surroundings. I'm Debbie Marie.
And I'm David Jones. Here on Designing Spaces, we take a look at all aspects of your home and property, including lifestyle. So you know there's plenty to interest anyone who owns a home or maybe even plans on buying one.
We've got remodeling projects on tap and tips on how to save money and make your home more efficient.
And do-it-yourselfers, you'll want to take notes because you folks are close to our hearts as we show you all kinds of projects for around the house, outside the house, and of course, we profile those cool gadgets and tools that help make our life so much easier.
So stick around and see it all right here on Designing Spaces. A home remodeling project will not only make your house more functional and attractive, it can increase its value.
Yeah, like the kitchen.
Or the bathroom.
Or the floors.
The walls.
The plumbing.
Roofing.
Okay, Designing Spaces likes to bring you all the latest ideas and projects for those home renovations.
Homeowners, here's something you really should see. Take a look at this.
You walk down a residential street like this and you see lots of different types of houses. They all have one thing in common. People live here. This is the biggest financial commitment most people will ever make. We're at the bottom of a real estate market, so people aren't interested in selling their homes. It's hard to do. Take this home, for example. Not bad, but having some work done to the exterior, it could take on a whole new, shall we say, youthful look. Meet Matt Sedlak from Schaefer Siding and Exteriors. Matt's going to tell us what vinyl siding is like to work with from a contractor's point of view. Matt, tell me what you're doing to this house and what you're putting on it.
Sure. Right now we're tearing off the old cedar siding and replacing it with a low-maintenance vinyl siding. It's going to provide the homeowner with a much lower maintenance product and also going to update the look.
Matt, we're a couple of 100 yards from the beach. People on the beach have been putting cedar siding on their homes for hundreds of years. What's the value to using vinyl?
Well, cedar's not a bad product, but vinyl provides a lot of advantages over cedar, in that it's much lower maintenance, and people coming to the beach to spend their time here don't want to spend their time doing maintenance on their house like painting and staining. Also, vinyl is less expensive than cedar, and it's a more consistent product.
There are different kinds of wood that we're all familiar with, but are there different types of vinyl that you use?
Well, sure. Let me show you an example of what we're hanging here. Here's an example of the vinyl siding we're installing on this home. And what this is a high-quality vinyl siding that's designed to mimic the look of a rough-sawn cedar shake, which is a traditional product for this area. The color is molded into the panel. It goes all the way through. If you look at the back, here's another example. You can see it's exactly the same color on the back than it is on the front.
Even though nobody's going to see the back.
Even though nobody's going to see the back, but you can be assured that if it gets scratched or something like that, that you're not going to see a base color through here.
Okay. These tabs, explain to me, Matt, what these are.
Right, this is the nailing slot for the vinyl siding. And what you see right underneath it here, this is the lock, or the nail hem. And what these panels do is they interlock into each other, and then they get nailed within these nail slots.
We're in Rehoboth Beach. They get hurricanes in Rehoboth Beach. How is this flimsy little thing going to hold up to a hurricane?
Well, believe it or not, these panels are wind rated at over 200 miles per hour. So, you know, if it's blowing faster than that, you probably don't want to be in the house, and the vinyl siding is the least of your worries.
Good point. Meet Ken Castleberry and Aaron Sullivan-Zier from Blue Links, a distributor of Georgia Pacific vinyl siding. So we're about to get an education on how we can renovate our home for maximum curb appeal. Aaron, this is a beach house. Do you find that owners in areas like this will use a particular kind of vinyl siding to complement the other more traditional houses?
Yes, this homeowner chose hand split, which is very similar to the other cedar shingle sidings that you see on the houses in this neighborhood. We also have a standard shingle that's a little less rustic of a look if you want something a little more classic. Now you can also get standard lap and Dutch lap sidings that would complement other types of housing as well.
How long does it take to complete a job like this?
Well, for a home this size, it would take about 3 days with vinyl siding. And that's another beauty of vinyl siding. If you put the traditional cedar shingles up on a home this size, you're looking at 5 to 6 days.
So from across the street, looking at a traditionally sided house and a vinyl sided house, how long does it take you to figure out which is which?
You probably wouldn't be able to tell until you got right up next to it. You know, a lot of people in the past, that was a concern about vinyl. Would you get that street appeal, you know, from a distance? And nowadays you really can't tell the difference. You get right up on it before you're like, oh, that is vinyl, instead of being wood.
Ken, same question to you. Has there been a learning curve with the contractors about vinyl?
Yeah, I think so. In years past, there wasn't always the options you had, but they've gotten so good at making vinyl. It comes with a transferable limited lifetime warranty. So this homeowner, he's going to be sure that this vinyl, when it goes up, it's going to last for years, it's going to look good for years, and he's going to be satisfied with what he gets.
Aaron, tell me about the styles and the colors that you have.
Well, as you can see, this is what we consider our traditional lap style. This is what you're going to see on a lot of homes, you know, your standard ranch style homes, your federal homes, stuff like that. We also have what's called a Dutch lap panel, which you'll see has an extra dimension to it, which adds a little more dimension, a little more style. These just shows a range of the different colors that we option. This is just a small selection of the colors that we offer. These two are more in our darker range. You know, you've got our briarwood, this is our flint, and then we go into more of our traditional light colors that you see. White, of course, is one of our most popular colors, but we are seeing an upshift towards more darker colors, like the house behind us that's being done in our sagebrook color, which is a much darker color. What's great about vinyl siding is that for a contractor, it's very easy to mix styles. So if you don't want to do all of a Dutch lap or all of a traditional or all of a cedar shingle that's like being done on this house, you could do most of the house in a lap and then do the accents in a shingle or a hand split, or you could add a scalloped look to the very top eaves of a roof. Makes you stand out from your neighbors, which a lot of people are looking for these days, especially when you go to sell your home. You want to know that you stand out from the competition.
Ken, if our viewers wanted to see samples like these, where would they go?
You can visit our website, gpvinylsiding.com. You can see all the styles and profiles and colors that we offer, and you can get great ideas for your next home renovation project.
And you two have given us great ideas. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Ken. We appreciate this. We're going to link to that website on our website, designingspaces.tv. For Designing Spaces, I'm John Greco in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware.
We have really covered a lot of interesting topics on the show today.
Yes, we have, and we wish we could keep on going, but unfortunately, we are out of time. I'm David Jones, but thanks for joining us today.
And I'm Debbie Marie. We'll see you on the next edition of Designing Spaces.
You can visit these websites to learn more about the participants on this edition of Designing Spaces.